Hey fam, JJ Sarge here, walking the streets of Los Corrales, Punta Cana. I'm a high performance coach and entrepreneur, and in truth, I have nothing to sell you. My goal in these videos is to simply give perspective and share a mindset for men who are hungry to move forward in life in all aspects of life: mind, body, spirit, power, passion, purpose, and production. That means faith, that means family, that means fitness, that means finances. And here's the thing, after being in Punta Cana for just over a week, I was reflecting on, and basically we're out here for a couple months, but I was reflecting on how a change in scenery, a change in environment, a change in culture can create, and is many times needed to create, a change in outcome. I took as a journey and basically a challenge to myself the last 6+ months off. The beginning of 2024, I took it off from the gym. You may say, why would you do that? Well, I did it for multiple reasons. One, heal up and whatnot. But the elongated version of that was to challenge myself, put myself in a situation where, much like the couch potato or someone who hasn't worked out in years or ever, that mental challenge, that mental burden, because the mental aspect is the hardest aspect. Actually doing the exercises, even though that may be difficult, it gets easier and easier and easier. And it's really not that hard once you're there, once you're in that right environment, in that right culture. But the mental side of it, of wanting instant results and not seeing results for weeks, not seeing big results for maybe months, that is the hard part. It's easy to start something, even easier to quit something. And I was just reflecting on that obviously, we came out here for a couple months, but that whole change of environment, change of everything makes that journey that much easier. So my question to you is, if you want breakthrough, if you want breakthrough in your marriage, if you want breakthrough in your finances, if you want breakthrough in your level of fitness and health, what environment, what culture are you putting yourself in? If, for example, in your friend group, you're the only one that's married, it's nearly impossible for you, and again, I just left the gym, so I'm sweating all over the place, but it's nearly impossible for you to get the right perspective and understanding when your friend group is all single and they're telling you, all the negative aspects of being in a relationship. Now, obviously, there are exceptions to that rule, but the problem is that many times we want to live by the exception rather than live by the rule. And we think like, well, my 5 closest friends are all single, I'm married, but it's not a big deal because they're awesome people. Like, hey, I get it. I'm not saying they're bad people. My point is, though, that if they're not in a healthy, thriving marriage, they can't give you the perspective and insight that you need to actually grow in your marriage. If you want to improve your finances, and if that just looks like, hey, being more diligent, being more frugal, being smart. Are you around people that are always shopping and spending and blowing their money, right? If you want to grow a business, are you plugged into entrepreneurs and people that actually understand business, people that can actually help you? Because you will have the results of the 5 closest friends around you, the people you hang out with most. Their results or lack thereof will rub off on you. Okay, so when we come out here, just a complete reset for our family, just in general, and it's been awesome. Being able to go to the beach every day, pool every day, and obviously as a high performance coach for driven individuals, helping them thrive. I can work from anywhere. My wife is an empowerment coach for women. She can work from anywhere. And then we have basically another business that helps businesses and helps coaching businesses grow and scale. So we do that as well. We can work from anywhere. So, working right at the pool, the beach, on the patio, overlooking the beach, walking to the gym. So I get my cardio in on the way to and from the gym, rather than having to sit there and do cardio at the gym, which is fantastic. Sweating my face off right now. The weather out here, it's beautiful. Basically, less humid than where we were in Nashville, and about the same temperature, but then, beach, pool, all that good stuff. Got some music going on, restaurants opening up. But anyway, just reflecting on that if you're in a position where you're not where you want to be, and that, no shame in that, that's for everyone who is driven, everyone who is the type A, that A player that wants to move forward, that wants to get better. But if there's any individual area, any individual pillar, faith, family, fitness, finances, whatever it may be, if there's any area that you're wanting to improve, it may be the environment that you need to change, right? You may need to cut ties with certain people, certain places, certain things in order to grow, in order to flourish, in order to surround yourself with the right people, places, things. It's not that complicated. The only question comes down to is whether or not you're willing to commit, whether or not you're willing to do what is actually needed to get those results. So again, for us, when we came out here, just a complete reset for our family, taking a couple months, I guess, out of the States, and being able to focus on family, being able to focus on just growing. And I, like I said, I took the last 6+ months off to be able to then challenge myself and be like, okay, this is what people are going through, and this is what, what it's like having not been to the gym in a while, feeling mentally groggy, mentally, I guess, drained, not even wanting to go because you build up that habit. I mean, whether good or bad, you build up habits, right? Most of us have bad habits in place, habits that are not serving us at all. So it's hard to break those negative habits, those ruts, get out of them and build a positive habit. So I was challenging myself, putting myself in that same position where most guys that I would work with, like, man, I'm out of shape. I'm a former athlete. I'm 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds overweight. How do I get out of that? Like, okay, I'm putting myself in your shoes. But sometimes it is a complete change in environment, a change in culture that is needed. If you're unwilling to commit to that change, you're not necessarily willing to do what you got to do to get the results you say you want. So in other words, the results you say you want are actually not as important as the comfort you truly want. So again, the question, are you willing to do whatever it takes to move yourself forward in mind, body, or spirit? Are you willing to do whatever it takes to build a better future for your family? Are you willing to do whatever it takes to improve your health? I don't know. Only you can answer that.